Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Neville Goddard podcast. Today we're going to explore before and after. Today we're going to explore Birdsong and traffic. Today we're going to invite you to dive deeper. This is so real, gang. I want you to get how real this is because I didn't come here to hopefully eat breakfast with my wife on some Saturdays. You're going to hear about us going to Thursday brunch just for fun. And I want you to imagine that this is you, that you've done what it takes, and this is you. Because all I want in the world is more sunshine and more smiles. And I want one of those to be yours. Let's dive deeper. Thanks for joining in the podcast. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Neville Goddard podcast. My name is Mr. 2020. And what I want you to do is I want you to hear the crickets in the background. You may hear the birdsong begin as well. I want you to hear the traffic if you can. Most of all, I want you to just simply enjoy hearing the sound of my voice. Because this is what happens when you own your day. I used to be that guy sitting in traffic, going to a job to hang out with people that I enjoyed, don't get me wrong. But, I noticed since I don't get paid to go there anymore and they don't get paid to go there anymore, I haven't talked to any of them in over years. It's been a long time. I used to get paid to have forced friends. Think about that. We call them coworkers in America. I don't know what they call them where you are, but if we just get to the essence of it, it's forced. Last Thursday, Victoria and I celebrated Valentine's Day. A few days late. Because we had people the day of Valentine's Day coming over to the house to do some work. So we stayed home and just made sure everything was getting done right. But we went out for brunch on a Thursday. We can do that. You could do that too. When I came here, I decided I wasn't going to get a job and then hopefully be able to eat breakfast with my wife on the weekends. You ever notice whenever you do something, whenever you trade time for dollars, whenever you trade time for dollars, you have less time and you never have enough dollars. Even when I made great money, I never had enough. Yeah, because life was about money. Life was about trading time for that money that I could use for something. Life wasn't about life. Life is like, what you are is God having the adventure of a lifetime. And so many people believe that money is a problem. The problem is you don't give yourself the status. You don't give yourself the tools or the experience. You see, when I used to ride a bicycle, I had a little Huffy bicycle. It was cool. It sort of looked like a motorbike. And then I got me a 10-speed. That was different. It had gears. And then I got myself a car. Driving a car is very different than a Huffy little bicycle or a 10-speed bicycle. Driving a car requires a completely different skill set. Years ago, after I got hurt at work, I decided I would never become dependent on having a job again. I did have temp jobs after that. I had a lot of fun doing different things to get skills and pay bills. But I amassed skill sets so that I'm the quintessential business guy. I'm great at what I do. I love business. I'm like Victor Goddard. Neville said Victor breathed business. I'm like this weird conglomeration of Victor Goddard and Neville Goddard, from what I'm told. That and some Abdullah put in for some attitude. But here's what I want you to get today, gang. I want you to listen to the crickets. I want you to listen to the bird song emerging. I want you to listen to the traffic in the background. I want you to listen to your heart because it just might be time for you to do something different. See, when I came here to Australia, I decided I wasn't going to go backwards. I was only going to go forwards. As part of only going forwards, you see, here's how my life works out. I came to Australia on a 90-day visitor visa. I had to leave the country every 90 days and then hopefully re-enter. And along the lines, I had this crazy idea because I'd been entering Australia for a year. I had to go sort out my visa issues permanently so I could stay, get married, all that stuff. But I decided, what if we put together a program that takes 90 days? What if we did something that it costs about the same as a cheapo cup of coffee? It takes about the same amount of time to drink that cup of coffee as it does to do the lesson, about 10 minutes, maybe 15 max. What if you could totally change your life? What if you could go from one of these people that sits in traffic to one of these people like me that listens to it? The traffic doesn't scare me anymore. It used to scare me. Man, I'd hear it and go, oh, I got to become that soon. Traffic doesn't scare me anymore. I enjoy the Birdsong whenever it shows up. The days are getting shorter here in Australia. They're getting longer in the old country. But I enjoy my days because I've done what it takes. And so we put together a little course to help you do what it takes to master this stuff. Because most people, they approach manifesting as how to solve one problem after another problem after another problem, or how to have the big win so they won't seemingly ever have a problem. In other words, they become problem-oriented versus possibility-driven. And what we explore in ManifestingMasteryCourse.com and in the other programs too is how to live a life full of possibilities. Because when I wake up, I am drawn to new possibilities and familiar possibilities, lovely possibilities every single day. Sort of like making this podcast up. What if you could make up every day of your life? What if you didn't have to chase happiness? What if you didn't have to survive the day so you can get a paycheck Friday? We're offering you a way out because you can do what you've always done. You can try to do it on your own, or else you can use a program that works. And this is the crass commercial for ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. If you got gold today, that's where I'd go. That's what I'd do. You don't have to. Keep listening to the free shit, because the free shit will also give you gold. As Marcus told me this morning, he's another one. He says, you give away more free shit than most people charge for. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in this, right? I used to have PTSD. I used to have a job. I used to have a lot of hassles. Now I just want to see smiles. That's it, gang. Have a lovely day. And I want you to listen to the birds. I want you to hear the traffic. I want you to imagine a life where you don't have to settle. I want you to imagine a life where if you want to take your sweetheart out on a random Thursday for lunch. Think about this. I used to work hard in the garden. I used to work hard. This is in the old country, by the way. I've never worked hard in the garden here. Well, we have. But imagine what it'd be like to actually run your life in a way that you can pay people to do what they love. So you don't have to do stuff that hurts you. Again, it's these simple little things, guys. If you got gold, ManifestingMasteryCourse.com, that's the backbone of all we do. It takes about 15 minutes a day total, and it gives you a lifestyle. Have a great day. See ya.